So here we are at SWAT 2021, and yep, it's a little bit different event. Obviously not as big a turnout, mainly because I think a lot of people canceled at the last minute. We were actually very seriously considering that one because of the COVID thing and the Delta variant popping up. In fact, Waco is the first city in the entire state of Texas that ordered those extra refrigerated trucker morgues, so that's how it kind of is right now. At the last minute, even though Dad and I had the full 3-day pass already paid for and the hotel book and stuff like that, we just decided to drive up on Saturday, and we're going to skip the classes just to avoid the crowds. But I really wanted to check out the art gallery, the instant pop-up gallery they have right here. It's been 2 years since I've seen it, and it's a major inspiration for me. So I'm going to take you all along on that one. And I'll also show you some of the cool tools that the vendors showed up. Another reason why I did want to come up is because I want to pick up a few things on a show special. So as normal, you know, a lot of wood blanks and stuff comes around here, so you can pick up some pretty exotic stuff already pre-set up. But one of the things I came here specifically to buy for myself was a new CBN wheel. And this is the vendor we went to. I picked up a 4-in-1 so that I can have a nice rounded edges for some of my flat work gouges and stuff like that. A 1.5 inch, I prefer that one just because it's a little bit more forgiving. And I went and picked up it at 600 grit. That's extremely high for wood turning, but it's going to allow me some flexibility for my other stuff. And I am told that with this more modern steel from like Thompson and the Brothers, the powdered metals, they'll actually polish up a little bit nicer with a higher grip. So since our other ones that we had were the 80 and the 180, the 180 that we've been using for a while has kind of worn out. So this should be a good upgrade. But there's also a lot more to see. So how about a quick montage? So lunch was pretty good. Luckily they had a little buffet where they were serving people, so it wasn't like it was normally. So I felt safe enough to go have lunch. And after that, I went into Stuart Batty's class. I just had to go. He was a surprise guest. But now I've got an open time period, so let's go ahead and check out the instant gallery. Now, as usual, we've got the beads of courage, little thing. Kids with cancer, they get a little bead whenever they get a treatment. So the SWAT area clubs, they all every year make a bunch of these to give to the kids. What a great way to promote the turning craft among a new generation. And these are lifetime little things that they'll hang around. But look at how many came this year. Got another batch right over here too. And in a second, I will go back and show you a few of the ones that I think just were truly exceptional. I mean, can you imagine segmenting something and just giving it away? It's pretty nice. Larry Mart made this really cool segmented one Look at how he snuck that little piece of maple in between them. Super nice and well done. I like that. Dennis Wainwright, I will tell you, I will always respect people that respect the grain. Look at how he balanced out that spalting on this lid. Wow, great use of the wood you have. Now, just something to show a lot of respect. I want y'all to notice these names on these tags for all of these donated boxes. Holy cow, Johnny and Marisha Tolley. Y'all have had a busy year. Just wow, I'm still going down the list. Look at all these. Still going. Still, ooh, nice spalting on that one. Oh, check out this. Wow. But still, wow, just thanks a lot for all your contribution. And I know y'all helped organize this, but man, a whole row dedicated to you two. I do have to come back to this spalted one he did. I really like the looks of that. That is a nice design.
Hey Sean, did you realize there's 419 Beads of Courage boxes out here today?
I'm guessing a quarter of them were done by the Tolleys. We got this row, that entire row, that back section. Any more?
There's several over there on
Oh, jeez.
But you are right, a quarter of them was done by this chapter right here.
The Tulleys also did a whole bunch of other ones interspersed on this one, including this mesquite piece. Look at that. That came from straight from a log. I mean, look at the grain on the top. A very round mesquite log they were lucky enough to find. Look at how well he matched the grain on that. Phenomenal work here. Here, another couple that kind of surprised me. Check out the glue ups. Did not expect that. Really tight seams. Worked out pretty well, huh? John Solberg, I hope that's what that says on the card. I've seen a lot of people using, you know, laminated plywood, skateboard wood, that kind of stuff. But wow, these little mini vases, the shaping, the design of each one of them, I really do like. Especially this one and that one. I just like those shapes. Mike Conley, you made this vase right here, but let me talk about the acrylic you put into it, or the plastics. This is something a lot of people don't do. Look at the colors he chose. You have contrasting stuff, but then you have just enough to match up with the wood perfectly. Even the form kind of goes with this little piece of pecan. Very well done. Gary Rock, your use of a Banksy pod, I like that. That's clever. That could make a great Christmas ornament. Paul Millo, your use of this sweet gum, the spalting, the colored variations, the shaping, that just works so well. I really like that piece. Philip Brown, you know, box making is one of my favorite things to do in wood turning, but what caught my eye on this was this cherry inlay into the top of a box. Look at how well he did that carving, because it's proud. It's the same piece, but he brought all that down in order to carve that and give that background. I really like that effect. That turned out nice. Kevin Burton, I know you have this labeled as an oak burl, but I also noticed that it's the crotch of a tree. So not only do you have the burl effects coming along on the outside, but you also have the flame coming through the middle, and your choice of color for the inlay material and its kind of translucent effect. Wow, what a wonderful wall piece. David Robbie, what a clever use of these veneers. Little ring box, Just a nice design. Henry Pennell, your little shield motif here out of a crotch piece of walnut, you did such a great job with this kind of tarnishing of a metal inlay. That's something I've wanted to learn to do for years. Really do like that. Brenda Keach. Here's one of those projects that I can appreciate, and I can't imagine the sophisticated concept that you came up with executed simply. It's basically a square bowl, but check out the underside. A lot what people don't appreciate. Look at how well finished the shape of that is. That's something I could see batching out and selling at art shows, art markets, maybe having a stack of 4 and just selling so well. Such a elegant design. Doug Schnechter, your basket weaves are really impressive, but really what made me stop and kind of double track back is this piece right here. I had to look at the center band and you run your finger on it and there's a different texture. The lighter part is actually recessed down a little bit. I am wondering, how on earth did you do that? That's pretty cool. Check out this Korean piece and the polymer clay inlay. And then I looked down at the name who made it. Well, of course, it's Andy Chen. Every single year, impressive. Something new. Larry Denning. You know, I know that these pencil inlay has kind of been and done overkill, but I have yet to see somebody do anything as cool as that design with pencils. Well done, especially for a Beads of Courage box. Okay, I want y'all to get a 10-foot look at these vases right here. Kind of a basket weave effect, right? Okay, let's come up a little closer. How about a 5-foot look? How about a little closer? How about a little closer? Can you see those fine details? It's almost not like, you know, traditional basket weave makes it look like, you know, straw. This almost looks like grass. How fine he did those. Is that not cool? And check out, I mean, just to give you a variation, here's kind of a more traditional thickness. And then you come over here. Is that not awesome? Howard King, really impressive, not only on the surface features, but the overall shapes. I like that. But before I leave, we gotta come back. Check out the arrowhead for a handle. Pretty creative for that theme. Anna Rudchinsky, I'm always a fan of drunken goblets, but your little new species from the abyss, I like that. Dennis Polaire, yes, I've known for making acorn boxes, but yours put mine to shame. Really nice. Gordon Kinchelow, I've heard of people doing this, especially with urns and stuff like that, and your little pet urn, but you are the first person I've seen execute it really well. Check this out. How do you get a perfect screw-on fit that doesn't change as the wood moves? You use PVC. Is that not cool? Harvey Crouch, your segmented bowl, sphere, or I don't even know what you would call it. You call it Navajo ball. This design, separating it out, oh my, that is well done. Well, of course, Allen Laser is going to do good work, but this right here, not only is that a wicked cool piece of wood, but I really like how you did the foot. The 3 parts, so no matter how uneven a piece it fits on, it's going to sit level, not rock or roll. I really like that. Brad Davis has made the ultimate desk toy. out of a gorgeous piece of blackwood. A nice little kaleidoscope. Cool, huh? David Marshall. I've seen a lot of basket weave pieces, but something that sets yours apart from a lot of others is I've noticed you've taken the time to include a highlight on each one of the weaves in the proper orientation, so it looks like light is actually coming off of them, especially on this one. That is execution to a next level, and this one's pierced. Can you see that? Is that not cool? Paul Milo, you created this huge sweet gum vase, but something I've never thought of that worked out really well is ebonizing the interior. That just kind of changed the whole piece. Really cool. Okay, Paul Mudridge, you sitting here turning this piece with all those thin portions, the intersections, the well balancing, the great shapes, all that kind of stuff, knowing it's all one piece that's not glued together. Okay, you're just showing off, aren't you? Oh, and did you happen to need to drive the point home with this one? Well, really well done. Okay, this just makes me feel like a lazy person who always says that they want to make a chase set, but never gets around it because they don't have enough time. A steampunk chess set with brass, copper, wood turning, gold plating. Oh my gosh. And look at the board. Come on, who did this? Oh, a whole team of people. Well done, Thomas Group. Janice Levy. A few years ago, I saw this design of yours, and I really liked the concept, and I wanted to try it. Kind of glad I didn't now, because you've refined it so much over these past few years. That has grown. That's just a lot better, and I can see that selling great in my art markets. Gonna have to borrow that idea. And of course, who couldn't love your new variation of China dolls? Karen Fritas, I apologize for mispronouncing that one. Your basket weaves are really great, but what caught my eye is your twist variations of snowman ornaments that I've done in the past for my markets, but you've just taken them so far past my level. I like that. I need to figure out how to do that one. That adds so much to it. Even did it in a set of pins. Cool. Of course, Sally Alt would respect the grain. Is that not just a cool piece of wood, not overly embellished with the design? It's a great piece, and I love this little box. Okay, here's one of those pieces. Steve Dower did it. Just walking by, you know, I kind of glanced at the rim. Oh, he did some carving. No, 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 no. Take a closer look. The softer early growth for the entire piece has been brought down. How do you think he did that? Whoa. Rebecca DeGroot is showing off some pieces. I believe she's done some of these in live demonstrations, and I really like the little characters, the animal she's doing right now. But I have a question. Are these Targaryen teapots? And I don't know want to know what birthed these creatures. Are those eyeballs? Cool. Okay, Mr. White. I was walking past your bowl. I appreciated the shape, design, I like the little rim treatment, and then something caught my eye. Look at these little tiny brass inlays. What were those? Gears? Something kind of mechanical thing that you segmented out? That is a really nice design element.
These are some pieces by Rick Cannon. I really like texture in bowls and on surfaces, and look at how this texture sort of has been done and sort of in a wave form, using a tool to cut it, and then also with gilding to sort of highlight it. And then up here, look how using texture and holes to make it work out real well. In here, texture and color to make it look really unique. I really like that. Here's another piece of texture that I really like. You notice that they've carved out along the growth lines and colored it too. Isn't that really neat with gilding and
That's interesting.
colored? Wow.
Okay, for about the past decade, I've seen people doing this. I saw a seminar of somebody teaching people how to do it. And basically what you're doing is you're taking the crotch of a tree. One branch went off this way, another went that way, and you're turning away the middle. It's a scary process, especially when you're doing something this big. But they've always been standalone sculptures. This is the first time I've seen anybody incorporate anything into it. And this use of bronze sculptures to make flying birds, that is just cool. Well done, Johnny Green. Okay, and another one of those pieces that only caught my eye as I passed it and I saw light reflecting off of it. Look at how this twisted wire was used as an inlay material. The light reflection off of that is just cool. I like that James Black. Tim Verbeck. It took a couple of us a little bit to figure out how you did this. But the execution was so simple. What we have right here is one branch that goes off this way, another branch that went off this way. So you chuck this branch offset from the center section. Is that not a cool little sculpture? Pretty creative. Sammy Thompson, your beads of courage with a giant magnifying glass up top. That's original. I like it. Okay, I kind of screwed up. I only brought one fully charged battery. I have a backup battery, but it just happens to be dead. But one of the whole reasons why I love coming to these pop-up art galleries is because I get to steal ideas. And there's one piece here that I most want to duplicate. And a lot of times it kind of surprises people. It's generally the simpler ideas. But I looked at this piece right here and I see so many potentials for what I could do. I'm a big fan of making boxes. And Daryl White's design for this little box with the bottom section turned the way it is, the way he's got the grain lined fully through it, the tight fit. This is just a very elegant design that I think would sell wonderfully at art markets. Maybe as a little pet urn or a ring box or a salt pinch or something. But every time I come out here, I find one design that just reaches out to me, elegant, simple, that I want to duplicate. Well done, Daryl. And that's it for my trip, 2021 SWAT. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, my main motivation for coming to this place is seeing this art gallery. Every year, it's what inspires me to try new things. And I hope it did for you. Y'all be safe and have fun. And remember, it's always worth the effort to learn, create stuff, and share it with others.